as Axios heading into all this was talking about the pressure campaign that had building to vote for Jim Jordan. Some were anonymously telling sources that they were getting bullied into vote. Was any of that a turnoff for some of these members?
I believe it was. I've talked to a couple of members where they felt that that's just not what they needed. I don't think that's what we should be doing right now. And listen, for all of the voters in our country, I think it's important for members to hear your voice, and I totally respect that. But I think that there are members up here who they want to be able to make this decision on leadership and then move forward. I think some of the pressure campaigns have backfired. They have not worked. And so I think that right now, under the leadership of Jim Jordan, I would request that people just take a break, take a pause, let the members work and figure this out amongst ourselves so we can elect Jim Jordan as Speaker, and then we can get back to the work that we have to do.
That was Congressman Byron Donalds admitting what many lawmakers on Capitol Hill have been saying for days. Not even Republicans want to be governed by Jim Jordan. And after 20 of Jordan's GOP colleagues deserted him on Tuesday afternoon, it's unclear whether Jordan has the votes to survive a second round of Speaker balloting. Now, before we continue here, let me point out that I'm recording this before the House assembles on Wednesday afternoon for a second round of voting. And despite the rules Jordan agreed to, stating that any candidate who loses a vote has to drop out, Jordan has decided to run again, and absolutely no one in the GOP has the power to stop him. Jim Jordan is a far-right lawmaker who's been accused of covering up alleged serial sexual abuse during his time as a wrestling coach at Ohio State University. On Tuesday, he came within 16 votes of becoming Speaker of the House, and Jordan had some powerful friends in the right-wing media to help him out.
We have a few sensitive little snowflakes in Congress. Here's the truth. They are the majority. They need to act like it. No deals with the Democrats, and that would mean, no temporary solutions either. Elect a speaker, get the House open, and start doing your job. The good news is the anonymous votes end tomorrow, and we will know and we will see which Republicans understand what is the importance of this moment in history.
Yep. Sean Hannity actually called Republican lawmakers to whip votes for Jim Jordan. And that shouldn't surprise you, because Jordan spends more time on Fox News than he does in the halls of Congress. Actually, that's one reason why Mike Lawler voted against him. Now, usually, you want your Speaker of the House to be a pretty good political operator, someone who understands how to build coalitions and get legislation passed. That sure doesn't describe Jim Jordan, who served in Congress for nearly 17 years without passing a single bill. Jordan's pretty noticeable lack of work wasn't lost on Congressman Jared Moscowitz, who took a second during a recent interview to raffle off Jim Jordan's laundry list of congressional achievements. Take a look.
As I've said, which is, if for the 16 years that Jim Jordan has been in Congress, okay, I would like to go over right now all of his legislative accomplishments. I want to list them one by one. I'm going to start right now. I'm finished.
Jordan's also facing some trouble of his own, because at least 5 Republicans who voted for Jordan on the first ballot say they won't support him a second time. As far as they're concerned, they were asked for a favor and they did their part. Now Jordan is on his own. And while Donald Trump spent much of his day in court, get used to hearing that sentence, the former president's legal woes didn't stop him from commenting on Tuesday's mess of a speaker race. And as usual, Trump proved to be an absolute master of subtle diplomacy.
Will be Speaker of the House. He's a fantastic young man. He's pretty young still, and he's very strong, he has very proper opinions about our country. He loves our country. He wants to see it do well, and I think he's going to be confirmed sometime soon. As you know, many people have now supported him. 24 hours ago, they were supporting somebody else. There seems to be great unification. I think Jim Jordan will be a great speaker. I think he's going to have the vote soon, if not today, over the next day or two. And I think he'll end up being a great speaker.
That's going to be an uphill battle for Jim Jordan, who actually lost more Republican votes on Tuesday than Kevin McCarthy did during his 15-round election in January. If anything, the GOP is even less unified now than it was under McCarthy, and that's really saying something. Warring Republicans are tearing their own party apart live on television, but ousted former Speaker Kevin McCarthy thinks someone else is to blame: the Democrats.
Let's go back to how it got here. We wouldn't be here if every single Democrat didn't vote with 8 Republicans to shut this place down. That's it. No,
Republicans voted against Jim Jordan today on the floor, including 2 votes from somebody who's not even a member anymore.
Now you know you're in trouble when even Fox News is correcting your terrible lies. And this is the party of personal responsibility, except when it comes to getting a grip on your growing ideological civil war and reopening the House of Representatives. 20 Republicans are clearly aware of the unique threat Jordan poses, not only to their party, but to the functioning of government itself. Those Republican lawmakers have the power to short-circuit their party's march into MAGA chaos. On Tuesday, rational House Republicans put country over party by rejecting Jim Jordan's destructive vision for our country. On Wednesday, we need them to summon that same courage once again. Unless Republicans unify behind Jim Jordan on Wednesday afternoon, it's looking like a long road ahead for the House's chances of electing a speaker. In the meantime, it's the American people who are paying the price for Republicans' 3-week vacation from their jobs. Don't expect an apology. And if you thought that was wild, check out this video. And as always, leave a comment below to let me know what I should cover next.